What is going on, fellow gamers? Today is Wednesday, and it's not usually the day I record a video, but you know, something interesting came out, and I was thinking, should I make the video today or tomorrow? But I decided in the end, I'd make the video for you guys today. So let's move along with why you guys came here. So the almighty Dak is back at it again with some information, but this is more a questionnaire. His subscribers had questions, and he answered them in a video that he dropped today. So I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff that he had on there that were interesting. But again, if you want to watch his full video, I have that link down below, so you can go check that out. But I'll just go over some of the highlights or some of the more interesting stuff. And yeah, so let's move along with this. One of the first more interesting questions that was mentioned was, will Battlefield World War II be historically accurate? And his answer was as historically accurate as Battlefield 1. And this is in terms of the story and the weaponry, because obviously in Battlefield 1 there were some weapons that weren't really there in World War I, but was still put into the game for fun, I guess, just to make the game more fun for players. I think that was the reason, more to be creative and stuff like that along those lines. But some of the weaponry in Battlefield 1 did not really exist in the First World War. Let's move on to the next one. Next question was, will Battlefield Bad Company 3 be the same style as Battlefield Bad Company games in the past? And he said majorly the same, which is something that I'm happy to hear, because I don't know what specifically was the difference between Battlefield Bad Company besides the campaign, which was awesome, and the regular main Battlefield series. But I enjoyed Battlefield Bad Company more so than the main series, so I'm happy to hear that the same style will be incorporated into the next Battlefield Bad Company game. And one of the things that he mentioned more specifically is that the prone mechanic will be included in the next Battlefield Bad Company game. And for me, this is interesting. I don't remember that it wasn't there in the original game, but I had to quickly search that up. And yes, Battlefield Bad Company 2 did not have the prone mechanic, which is surprising, but it's good to hear that it's going to be in the next game. So this was more of a funny question asked. Funny for me, just because I don't think the Battlefield franchise will go in this era anytime soon, or even in the long run. The question was, will we ever get Battlefield 2143? Is it happening in the near future? And he basically blunt pointed out that there are no plans for a futuristic title in the Battlefield franchise. The next question was around whether or not the next Battlefield will have assignments to unlock weapons, and he basically just said yes. For the people who don't know, assignments are challenges that are used to unlock weapons. So essentially you have a bunch of challenges that you have to do, and you unlock a weapon once you complete those challenges. The next question was whether or not the next Battlefield game will have the hardline gun bench. And I don't personally know what the gun bench is, but from the question, it's obviously around customization. I did not get Battlefield Hardline just because of the massive reviews against it, and a lot of people's opinions that I take as good opinions basically said that Battlefield Hardline wasn't really the best game to get. But essentially what he's saying, the gun bench is not returning, but there will be customization similar to Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. So the next question was, will there be a diffuse type of game mode? So a diffusing bomb type of game mode. And he said that there is going to be a 5v5 mode currently being developed that will be similar to Squad Obliteration. And for people who don't know, Squad Obliteration is a game mode featured in Battlefield 4. The objective of the mode is for each team to hold control of the bomb, which can then be used to arm and destroy an enemy level comm station. So the next question is probably a question a good chunk of people have, and that is, if the next Battlefield will incorporate more players than 64 players. And he said no, the cap is still 64 players for the next Battlefield. So the next question is another funny question, and the question was, what YouTubers know about the next game? So this is generally around what YouTubers know what the next Battlefield game is going to be. He mentioned a couple of names like Jack Frags and Level Cap, who also called them out on his previous video that said Battlefield Bad Company 3 would be coming out next year. But I'll let you go to his video to check out the rest of those names. The next question is, what are we going to get next year? Battlefield World War II or Battlefield Bad Company 3? And since a lot of people have pushed against Battlefield Bad Company 3 coming out next year, he pointed out that it's probably going to be Battlefield World War II, and Battlefield Bad Company 3 might come right after, which I don't think will be the case, or a year later. A year later seems to make more sense for me, makes more sense for me. So expect Battlefield World War II next year. I don't know if that will be the name, probably just Battlefield 2, and Bad Company 3 a year after that. Just to let people know, again, this is not anything official. This is just word from the almighty Dak. He has credibility in what he got for Battlefield 1 last year, but again, don't go and think this is all hard facts, but it's a lot of good information that could possibly be accurate. A good chunk of this could be accurate information for the next Battlefield and possibly even the Battlefield after that. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the information? Well, are you guys hyped for Battlefield World War II coming out next year? Did you want Battlefield Bad Company 3 to come out next year? I know I did, but I'm glad that it's in the works, at least even if it's coming out for the following year. I need another Battlefield Bad Company in my life. But that's essentially it. Let me know what you guys think. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. It really supports the page. And subscribe if you're new. I got a video every other day except days where there's actually something interesting, and I'll post a video on that day. That's actually a day like today. This is not one of the days where I would usually post a video, but I did. But I'll check you guys out on the next one.